Not quite the game that Midland High was expecting as they fell to the Keller Indians 36-26. Now, this was the game that they were expected to win. They were the favorites in this game. I spoke with head coach Blake Felt, who commended both sides of the ball, saying that this was the best he's seen this team played yet. But he said next week's going to be a tough one, a game of undefeateds.
It's a constant topic of discussion between city leaders. What new businesses can be brought to Midland? Now, one local group is looking to bring in several.
Yeah, you can call it a crosstown rivalry or you can call it a crosstown showdown. But what it was a dominant Permian Panther football team. You know, the Rebels are only up one touchdown right now, 49-42, and they're on offense right now looking to punch in one more. This was the game of undefeateds. Both team 5-0. Looking to remain undefeated, but there's a lot of football to be played this season.
I'm in the studio now with what steps the district plans to take next.
It's no surprise that members of the district were disappointed this morning as their big $291 million bond failed to pass yesterday. He gave a lot of credit to this Midland High team, saying they really gave them a fight. And they did, because the Permian Panthers were only up by 4 points heading into the half. But head coach Blake Felt said that it wasn't hard to get his team ready for a game this big against Odessa High. But the same goes for next week, a game that could be the biggest in the area or even the state of Texas, one that football fans have talked about for years. The Permian Panthers versus Midland Lee Rebels, and both sit with only one loss in the season. They're 0-4 heading into district play, but there's the silver lining. They're just now getting into district play. So next week we'll be back here as they play their rival, Midland Lee, and it should be a very fun and crowded game.
CBS 7's Makensie Hinkle, who tells us what we know about that situation right now.
Yes, I spoke to election clerk Deborah Land and the election judges from this polling location. They tell me they are aware of complaints of political signs being removed from this location, but it's unclear whether those signs were placed illegally or not. The mayor said that they are right on time with the construction of the new Midland Center, and soon residents will see the big pile of dirt being moved into the Midland Center hole. Live in the Midland newsroom, Makensie Hinkle, CBS 7 News.
CBS 7 News at 10 starts now.
It was another hot day in the basin, but thankfully we didn't hit those triple digits. Good evening, and thanks for spending your Saturday evening with us. I'm Makensie Hinkle. Both have the same thought in mind. Things need to change.
Yesterday I was disappointed. I got up today and I said, what are we going to do about it?
Voters in Ector County made their voices heard, rejecting the $291 million school bond. But the results of a second proposition were what concerned Superintendent Tom Crow.
The TRE not passing hurt. It hurt because raises were in there, bringing positions back that we had to cut, supplies, materials, things like that.
Crow says the district cut more than $20 million from the budget in the past year, slashing teacher bonuses and other incentives. But some ECISD parents we talked to said the total price tag was just too much to bear.
But it was, it was quite a bit of money, and then you had the bond in there, that's a bunch more money.
Grayson Hankins has 2 kids at Permian. He says the district needs to manage finances better.
That it's not just about the money, it is about the kids, and I think they are about the kids, but not everybody sees it that way.
We've got to figure out what it is the community will support, because we owe it to the kids, we owe it to the teachers, we owe it to the community.
Superintendent Crow adds that the district will now go back to the drawing board and hopefully come up with a bond that will appeal to residents in Ector County. Live in the studio, Makensie Hinkle, CBS 7 News. Just like that, summer is about to be over. While this has some kids mourning the loss of no homework and playing outside, it has others excited about the great opportunities they may have coming up in the school year.